is the JFK files. They showed you what they showed me. This was your quote. You wouldn't want people to know it either.
Kimberly Guilfoyle's rise to prominence is a story of ambition, charisma, and strategic career decisions. Born on March 9, 1969, in San Francisco, California, she grew up in a family that valued hard work and achievement. After the death of her mother when Kimberly was just 10 years old, she was raised by her father, a former immigrant from Puerto Rico, who was a businessman. This early loss shaped her resolve to excel in life, fueling her drive to become a successful and independent woman. Her education set the foundation for her career, as she attended Mercy High School and later pursued a law degree at the University of San Francisco School of Law. It was during this time that she interned at the San Francisco District Attorney's Office, which marked the beginning of her professional journey in the legal field. After graduating in 1994, Kimberly went on to work as a prosecutor in both Los Angeles and San Francisco, where she earned a reputation as a top litigator. However, her legal career wasn't the only facet of her growing public persona. Guilfoyle also ventured into modeling to support her education, modeling lingerie and swimwear, which gave her confidence and an appreciation for public attention. By 2004, her career took another turn when she moved to New York to enter the world of broadcasting. She joined Court TV as a legal analyst, later becoming the host of the network's Both Sides. Her transition into media was seamless, as her legal expertise and strong presence made her a compelling on-screen personality. She was able to blend her background as a prosecutor with a polished public image, creating a strong foundation for her future career in conservative media. In 2006, she was hired by Fox News, where she became a fixture on various shows. Initially hosting the lineup, she later moved to The Five, where she co-hosted the talk show for several years. Her confident, no-nonsense style and her ability to offer strong opinions on political issues made her a beloved figure among conservative audiences. Her presence on Fox was instrumental in solidifying her as a political commentator, and her increasing popularity led her to become one of the network's most recognized figures. Guilfoyle's career continued to skyrocket, as she leveraged her platform to become a vocal supporter of Donald Trump. She aligned herself closely with his administration and emerged as a powerful surrogate for his campaign, especially during the 2020 election. Guilfoyle's dynamic speeches at rallies, fundraising events, and her role as chair of the Trump Victory Finance Committee cemented her position as a key player in Trump's political strategy. Throughout this period, her personal life also became intertwined with her political endeavors, most notably through her engagement to Donald Trump Jr. Her rise, however, was not without controversy. Known for her passionate and fiery speeches, she became a polarizing figure. Despite this, her prominence continued to grow, and she used her visibility to secure increasingly powerful positions, eventually leading to her appointment as the U.S. ambassador to Greece in 2024. Throughout her career, Kimberly Guilfoyle has proved that ambition, adaptability, and her ability to connect with influential figures can propel someone from a modest background to political prominence. Whether as a lawyer, media personality, or political advocate, she has skillfully crafted a career that blends personal ambition with the political tides of the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
Kimberly Guilfoyle's career at Fox News was marked by both professional success and personal controversies that would later define her public image. Initially hired in 2006, she quickly rose through the ranks, known for her sharp legal commentary and confident, assertive style. As a co-host on The Five, she became one of the most recognized faces on the network, admired by conservative audiences for her passionate support of conservative causes and her no-holds-barred commentary on hot-button issues. However, her time at Fox News would eventually take a dramatic turn, when allegations and controversies surrounding her behavior began to emerge. In 2018, an internal investigation at Fox News led to the revelation of serious misconduct allegations against Guilfoyle. A former assistant accused her of inappropriate behavior, including allegations of sexual mistreatment. The assistant's complaint, which was sent to executives at Fox News, detailed various troubling incidents, including claims that Guilfoyle had shown explicit images to her co-workers and made sexually suggestive comments. This prompted Fox News to launch an investigation into the allegations, which ultimately led to her departure from the network. The situation quickly became a media firestorm, as the public became aware of the details surrounding the investigation. Reports suggested that Guilfoyle had used her position of power at Fox to create a hostile workplace environment, allegedly pressuring her assistant to engage in inappropriate behavior, including asking her to work at her apartment in an unprofessional and suggestive manner. The assistant's complaint also included allegations of a broader pattern of abusive and demeaning behavior. Despite the gravity of the allegations, Guilfoyle denied any wrongdoing. Her legal team issued statements claiming that the accusations were patently false and that her departure from the network was voluntary. However, the fallout from the investigation was significant. Fox News ultimately paid the former assistant over $4 million to avoid a public trial, a move that raised questions about the seriousness of the claims. Despite these financial settlements, the damage to Guilfoyle's reputation was done. Behind the scenes, it was reported that Guilfoyle attempted to silence the accuser by offering financial incentives and job opportunities in exchange for her loyalty. The assistant, however, reportedly declined the offer, only for the situation to escalate with more details coming to light. This raised suspicions that the departure from Fox was not merely a voluntary decision, but one made under intense scrutiny and pressure. The public scandal surrounding her departure painted a complex picture of the woman who had once been celebrated as a symbol of empowerment and progressive reform. Once regarded as a rising star within the conservative media world, the misconduct allegations cast a dark shadow over her career. However, her ability to quickly rebound from the controversy by aligning herself closely with Donald Trump and securing a prominent role in his political campaigns proved that her political and media influence was not easily shaken. Though her departure from Fox News was clouded by scandal, it marked a key turning point in her life and career. Despite the ongoing controversies surrounding her time at the network, Kimberly Guilfoyle has managed to maintain a high-profile presence in the political world, though the echoes of her time at Fox News continue to follow her. These allegations and controversies became central to her narrative, adding complexity to her journey from media personality to a key figure in the Trump administration. Joe Rogan, a podcast host known for his unfiltered approach to discussions, recently stirred the public with his revelations about Kimberly Guilfoyle, the former Fox News personality turned political figure. Rogan, who has earned a reputation for speaking his mind on topics ranging from politics to pop culture, revealed new details that shed light on aspects of Guilfoyle's personal and professional life that had remained largely hidden. His statements raised questions about her true character and her ascent to prominence within conservative circles, especially in connection with her close ties to the Trump family. Rogan's revelations did not center solely on Guilfoyle's high-profile career in the media, but also touched on her departure from Fox News and the controversies that followed. The allegations of workplace misconduct had already been public knowledge, but Rogan's insights added new layers to the story, prompting many to reconsider the narrative surrounding her rise to prominence. Rogan, whose podcast often serves as a platform for candid conversations, seemed to suggest that the public's view of Guilfoyle had been shaped by selective presentation, with key details deliberately kept in the shadows. Rogan's comments weren't entirely focused on the past but also on her role in current political events, particularly her involvement with the Trump campaign. He emphasized that her transition from a media personality to a political surrogate was not as seamless as it appeared. While Guilfoyle had publicly positioned herself as a staunch supporter of Donald Trump, Rogan hinted that there were deeper motivations at play. He suggested that her relationship with Trump Jr. and her growing political influence might not have been driven solely by ideology or loyalty, but by more personal and strategic ambitions. The revelations sparked widespread curiosity about what Rogan knew, and many listeners were left wondering whether he had information that could further unravel the image that Guilfoyle had carefully crafted over the years. Her reputation had already been marred by the Fox News scandal, and Rogan's statements only seemed to add more fuel to the fire, suggesting that her public persona was much more complicated than previously understood. Guilfoyle, who had managed to bounce back from the Fox News controversy and maintain a prominent role in Trump's orbit, now found herself under renewed scrutiny. Rogan's comments, which were not the first time he had addressed controversial figures in politics, underscored the challenges that people in the public eye face when their past actions come into question. The impact of Rogan's revelations about Kimberly Guilfoyle cannot be understated. His candid, no-holds-barred approach to discussing public figures has the potential to influence public opinion, especially when it involves someone as prominent as Guilfoyle, who has been a fixture in conservative media and politics. Whether or not the full story behind her career and actions will ever be known remains to be seen, but Rogan's statements have ensured that her narrative will continue to evolve under the microscope of public scrutiny. Kimberly Guilfoyle's political ties, particularly her role in the Trump campaign, represent a significant chapter in her life, marked by both ambition and controversy. Guilfoyle, once a prominent Fox News personality, transitioned into a political figure with ease, thanks in part to her connection with Donald Trump Jr. Her rise in conservative circles mirrored her increasing involvement with the Trump family, which not only shaped her career but also influenced her public persona. Guilfoyle's political journey took off when she became one of the most visible surrogates for the Trump campaign. Her vocal support for Donald Trump and his policies made her a key figure in the 2020 election cycle, and her fiery speeches at rallies garnered considerable attention. She was featured prominently at the Republican National Convention, delivering a passionate speech that made it clear she was aligned with the Trump family's vision for America. Her role as a speaker was not merely symbolic. She became a key advocate for the president, using her platform to energize the base and draw attention to his political agenda. In addition to her public appearances, Guilfoyle was also involved in fundraising efforts for the Trump Victory Committee, where she chaired the Finance Committee. Her responsibility in raising money for the campaign was crucial, especially given the competitive nature of the 2020 election. However, her involvement in fundraising also became a point of contention. Reports surfaced about allegations regarding her conduct at private fundraisers, where some attendees felt uncomfortable due to her remarks. Despite these reports, Guilfoyle continued to be a stalwart figure for the Trump campaign, and her influence in conservative circles only grew. Her personal relationship with Donald Trump Jr. played a key role in her political rise. The couple's engagement in 2021, following a romance that began in 2018, solidified her place within the Trump family's political sphere. The pairing of the two further blurred the line between personal and political ambitions. This connection granted her even more access to the highest echelons of the Republican Party and allowed her to further integrate herself into Trump's political operations. However, her role within the campaign was not without its challenges. Guilfoyle's combative style and her unyielding support for Trump attracted both praise and criticism. While she was celebrated for her unapologetic support of Trump's platform, critics often pointed out her association with the more controversial aspects of his presidency, including his rhetoric and his handling of various political and social issues. Despite the criticism, Guilfoyle maintained a strong presence in Trump's orbit. She was an outspoken defender of his policies and continued to engage with the media, presenting herself as an essential ally in the fight against the Democratic establishment. Yet, her rise through the political ranks was not just about the Trump campaign, it was also about her ability to leverage her media experience to influence public opinion. Her political journey, while intertwined with her personal life, also marked a period of significant change for her. As her role in the Trump campaign deepened, so did her connections to other key figures in the Republican Party. Guilfoyle's unapologetic political activism, combined with her association with the Trump family, positioned her as one of the most polarizing figures in American politics at the time. Her influence, whether celebrated or criticized, is undeniable, and her continued presence in the political landscape hints at her commitment to maintaining a prominent role in conservative circles for years to come. In the end, Kimberly Guilfoyle's political ties and role in the Trump campaign showcased her resilience and ambition. While her journey was not without controversy, it cemented her status as a powerful figure within the Republican Party, and her future in politics remains a subject of much speculation and intrigue. Kimberly Guilfoyle's engagement to Donald Trump Jr. was a defining moment in both her personal and public life. The relationship, which began in 2018, quickly became one of the most talked-about connections within the political world, sparking interest and speculation due to their high-profile backgrounds. While Donald Trump Jr. was already a well-known figure due to his family's prominence, Guilfoyle's own status as a former Fox News personality with a growing influence in conservative circles made their union significant. Their engagement, which was confirmed publicly in 2021, marked the culmination of a relationship that was built not just on personal chemistry, but also on shared political ambitions. The couple's romance played out in the media, often as a symbol of the blending of personal and political power within the Trump family. For Guilfoyle, the relationship cemented her position within the inner circle of one of the most powerful political families in America. It was also a clear signal that her political career and her ties to the Trump brand were intertwined in ways that many had not anticipated. Publicly, their relationship was carefully curated, with both of them frequently appearing together at rallies, fundraising events, and public appearances. Their engagement was announced amidst a flurry of media attention, and the couple quickly became the face of the Trump family's political endeavors. While their relationship seemed to be an ideal political partnership, it was also marked by personal dynamics that attracted public scrutiny. Guilfoyle's role in the Trump family extended beyond her relationship with Donald Trump Jr. She was a key player in the Trump campaign, often seen as a high-profile surrogate who would energize crowds and speak passionately about the president's policies. Her fiery speeches were well received by Trump's supporters, and she became one of the most visible and vocal figures in the MAGA movement. However, her association with the Trump family, coupled with her media career, made her a polarizing figure. While the engagement elevated Guilfoyle's political visibility, it also exposed her to criticisms and challenges, particularly regarding her public image. For many, she became the embodiment of the Trump family's more combative and unapologetic approach to politics. Her relationship with Trump Jr. reinforced her role as a key member of the Trump family's political apparatus, and her public appearances often blurred the lines between personal life and political endorsement. As the relationship between Guilfoyle and Trump Jr. became more public, so did the intense media scrutiny of their every move. Their relationship was frequently dissected by both supporters and detractors, with some seeing it as a calculated alliance that benefited both parties. Others, however, questioned the authenticity of their bond, suggesting that the engagement was more about appearances and political positioning than genuine affection. Despite the criticisms, the couple's relationship continued to thrive in the public eye. Guilfoyle's engagement to Trump Jr. solidified her role as a prominent figure in conservative circles, with her political influence growing as she became more involved in Trump's political endeavors. However, the couple's public image was not without complications. Guilfoyle's association with Trump Jr. also drew attention to her own controversial past, with her previous career at Fox News and the allegations that followed her departure from the network continuing to surface. In many ways, their engagement was a reflection of the broader dynamics within the Trump family, where personal and political alliances are often interwoven. For Guilfoyle, it was not just about being engaged to Donald Trump Jr., it was about consolidating her position in a powerful political family. Her relationship with him allowed her to further cement her status as a key figure in the Republican Party, with the couple becoming a political power couple that embodied the Trump brand's influence. In conclusion, Kimberly Guilfoyle's engagement to Donald Trump Jr. had a significant impact on both her personal life and public image. While it further solidified her position within the Trump family's inner circle, it also exposed her to increased scrutiny. Their relationship was a blend of personal connection and political strategy, making it one of the most fascinating and talked about engagements in American politics. As the couple navigates their public and private lives, their union will likely continue to be a subject of public fascination and political intrigue. Kimberly Guilfoyle's appointment as U.S. ambassador to Greece was a significant moment in her political career, yet it was also met with considerable backlash. After a public relationship with Donald Trump Jr. and years of involvement in conservative politics, her rise to such a prestigious diplomatic position seemed both surprising and controversial to many. Although the Trump administration often appointed close allies to key positions, Guilfoyle's lack of diplomatic experience raised eyebrows, particularly considering her history in media and political campaigning, rather than foreign relations. Guilfoyle's political ties to the Trump family were undeniable, and many saw her appointment as a strategic move to strengthen the Trump family's influence internationally. However, critics questioned the motivations behind her selection. Some argued that her appointment was more about loyalty to the Trump brand than her qualifications for such a sensitive and prestigious role. In particular, her background as a former Fox News personality and her outspoken support for Trump policies put her at odds with critics who felt the position should be filled based on experience in diplomacy or international relations, rather than familial connections. Public reaction to her appointment was a mix of shock and skepticism. Others pointed to her controversial tenure at Fox News, where workplace misconduct allegations had cast a shadow over her career. The timing of the appointment, amid political and social unrest, only added fuel to the fire, with many seeing it as another example of political favoritism over merit. Despite the backlash, Guilfoyle defended her new role, emphasizing her passion for the job and commitment to advancing U.S.-Greek relations. She expressed enthusiasm for the opportunity to represent the U.S. and contribute to strengthening ties between the two nations. However, the public perception of her appointment remained divided. Some saw it as a step forward for a woman in a prominent position, while others felt it undermined the integrity of the diplomatic process. In the end, Guilfoyle's appointment as U.S. ambassador to Greece revealed the complex intersection of personal ties, political influence, and public opinion. Her appointment underscored the growing trend of political appointments that blend familial loyalty with governance, a practice that continues to spark debate about the future of American diplomacy and the role of political elites in shaping international policy.